Hello gamers and welcome to the Crew 2! This episode will mark the beginning of our Let's Play series for the Crew 2. I must admit, in the beginning I was a bit hesitant to this game because I watched other YouTube clips of gameplay and so it was kind of arcade-ish with, lots of jumping ramps and stuff on the roads, and I felt like the graphics was really nice. I was tempted in that sense, but the car customization seemed to be a bit lacking, and the jumps and stuff seemed like I said, arcade-ish. So was it really a racing game for me? But then I noticed there was a demo available on Steam, so I downloaded that demo and tried the game out, and I must admit I quite immediately got sucked into the game. The open world, the ability to go anywhere, the variety in the climate zones, the different types of racing, I must admit I like it a lot. I really like it a lot. So I quickly decided I wanted to do this kind of Let's Play series, and I just want to indulge myself in the game and explore it, see what gets unlocked, what you can do, you know, get to drive different cars, because there are a lot of different cars in this game. However, I also know that this game has been out for a while. It's not the newest game. So when I bought it, also because I heard that it can become sort of a grind to get money to buy cars and stuff like that, that you have to, do the same races over and over again. And that does not, speak too well or sit too well with me to have to do the same races like 100 times just to get money for a new car, to be able to do new content. So actually, just after I tried the demo, the game came on sale, and I ended up buying the gold edition for the game, where you get a couple of free vehicles. You get like 6 free vehicles, and then another 22 vehicles for the season pass that comes with the gold edition. So and the car I'm driving right now, the Porsche 911 993, that's one of the cars that came with the season pass. I must say, it tempted me somewhat as well, this particular car, because back in the year 2000 I played a Need for Speed game called Porsche Unleashed, and in that game the Porsche 911 993 was my favorite car, or one of my favorite cars in that game. So to be able to drive it like 20 years later in this game with improved graphics and everything, yeah, that was kind of appealing. So there are pros and cons with getting all these free vehicles, because I guess you lose some of the sense of progress in the game, the sense of achievement, to sort of rank up. But also, as a late joiner, you get a good start perhaps to be able to be competitive in races, and also what was I going to say? I lost the thread there. Anyhow, for me, I think it's worth it. We'll see. Pros and cons, like I said. You get a good start. Yeah, I was going to say that you may miss out on some of that grind, because you get 22 cars, but there are many cars in this game. So we still have a lot of cars to unlock and buy. So there will be a lot for us to do. The thing that is special about this game is that the save files, even from when you play the demo, is stored immediately on the Ubisoft server, so you can never sort of reset your game progress unless you create a new Ubisoft account and buy the game again. So therefore we can't really play the game all from the start, because I started the game in the demo, right, and then I still played some after I bought the game just to get the controls set up, because even if you set up the controls before you go into the first race, which you're automatically thrown in just to start off the game, you don't really know how the controls will feel, like the sensitivity for the steering wheel. I have a GT29 Logitech steering wheel, but you don't really know how will it feel until you really start playing, right? So it took a couple of races to get the feel for it and get everything configured sort of as I want it. I'm not sure if it's like perfect still, but at least it's a start. So what I've done so far is that I've driven the initial race that you get thrown into, and I get the first free street race car, which was an Audi. Let me see, I pressed the wrong button. Still new to this game, like I said. I got this Audi TTRS Coupe. That was my first street racing vehicle. And I played an off-road race as well to sort of unlock off-road races. And there I got this Proto Buggy, was the free vehicle there. And lastly, I think I unlocked boats as well. So I got this vehicle, was the free boat you got from unlocking boat races. I still haven't unlocked airplane races. And I've only played like 1 or maybe 2 boat races and maximum 2 or 3 races with this Porsche 911 Turbo. So there will be a lot of content still for us to unlock. Sorry! With the Audi TTRS Coupe, of course, not the Porsche. There will be a lot of content for us still to unlock in this series. My aim for the series is just to, you know, indulge myself in this, explore what there is to unlock, try to get as many upgrades for the vehicles, of course, try to get as many vehicles as possible, just explore all the types of different disciplines or races. It's called disciplines in the game. See how I feel about them. Initially, I felt that off-road was maybe not super duper great for me, but the street racing totally appeals to me. Also, I must say that I walked around the racing headquarters, which I can show you on the map. This is the game map. You zoom out. Then there is this place called Pro Racing Headquarter. As I just walked around inside that headquarter, we will probably go there later during the episodes, I came across a touring vehicle. And I'm not sure if that was part of the Gold Edition package or not, but it was there for me to claim. It was a Ford GT Touring Car Edition, and I think that was the trigger. Me acquiring that vehicle for free was the trigger to unlock touring car races, which is something that also appeals a lot to me. But we'll see. I mean, we'll progress through the game, we'll indulge yourself in this, and there are some other people coming down the road as well. And see how it feels. Maybe we feel like for a while that street racing and touring cars is the absolute funniest thing, but maybe then it switches over to boats and airplanes. Who knows? What else would be unlocked? Will there be motocross? Will there be like can you run with motorcycles? I don't know, because like I said, I haven't played this that much. So that's the plan for the season. But right now, perhaps we should get the show on the road and just try to see if we can find a race and start progressing. Not make this a long haul. Okay, so let's find ourselves a race. We can see here, what do we got? What have we got? We see that there's a green, like a check. It's green and with a white check mark in it. That means I have already done that race on that difficulty setting, which is the easiest. I think it's like easy, medium, hard. So I completed that on easy. We have some here, Harlem West, street race, we have drift. I did that, classic challenge. Here's drift. Coconut Grove street race. We see there's no gray check marker. There's just a yellow square for the easy. So maybe drift, which I've never done. I know I have one drift vehicle which I've gone through this season pass package, and we have the street race. Which one should we try? Maybe go with the street race first, and then we try the drift some other time.
Am I seeing things, or is there a baby seat in the back of one of the cars lining up?
A lot of people can't afford a racing ride and a regular one, so they race their everyday drive. As long as you don't tell me you saw a baby, we're fine.
Right, I think I will drive the Porsche. It seems to me that, let's see, switch vehicle. No, let's just go ahead if I can use this one. It seems to me that when you win, you get some loot, some drops, and the drops seem to be relevant for the vehicle that you're driving when you won. Let me see, let's hope I'm not too slow to the grid. That would be embarrassing. Not even getting to the grid in time.
3,
Okay.
2, 1.
Slow start. Sort of unstable. Looked like I was all over the place. I lost the position immediately. Bad cornering there. After the boost. Tricky when you don't even know the track. The first lap is always the trickiest. You have no idea where the track goes. Flying. Darn, I got airborne there. I couldn't steer. I was still in third position. Doesn't really matter if you go into like light poles and stuff like that. Doesn't seem to get much hurt from that. Which is very realistic. Not. It just hit a wall. I ran on. No! Oh, I thought we would get completely stuck there. We didn't. That was good. Do we have enough speed for the jump? Yes. Okay, let's try to not get airborne here this time. Finish! Yes! Then you're still driving as you go through the goal. You need to control the vehicle even afterwards. That went great! And there's our loot. Let's see what we got. Perhaps we can see if we can apply any of those upgrades. We just need to go to one of our houses. This is the default house, which you always have. And this was like an extra house you got through, I think it was the season pass you got it through. Doesn't really matter. All you need is like one house. So customize. So let's see. Okay, new performance stuff, because this is flashing means we will have new performance parts to install. So all of these that are flashing we can upgrade. And this is all there is for the tuning. The further to the right, the better it is. It's just, in this sense, you don't put a lot of time to tweaking, just apply quickly. Which, I mean, you can see that in several ways. Either you think it sucks, or it gives you more time to focus on the actual, driving, if that's what you want to do. So here we can like spawn right outside the house if we want to. There we can see, okay, maybe not. That is our home, there. Alright. Should we try the drift as well? I've never done the drift, so that might be interesting. Airport terminal. Perhaps that's a lot of speed, sort of room for drifting. There is also a track, we have a race track. That actually kills a lot. Let's go to the racetrack. I don't think I've driven this racetrack, but I need to switch vehicle if I am to drift. And I have this Skyline for that purpose. That's the only drift car I have. So let's go for that. Yeah, normal. Normal difficulty, that's all we can do. Okay, this is the first drift race.
3, 2, 1.
27,000 points. They shoot the drift too late, that sucked, man. Try not to do the same. $20 points. Oh yeah, no. I'm using this just before the best corner. Not the wall again. Good. 27,000 points. I'm gonna fail this. I'm just in the wall all the time. So embarrassingly bad. If I slide all the way, maybe I can get all the points. Yes! I did it! Oh my god, that was so bad. But good enough. Good enough. That'll do. And some loot. We need that for our skyline. Tires and brakes. Alright, let's apply those immediately. We go to our other house just for why not? We need to switch car, of course. And customize. Here we have the new performance part. New brakes. And new tires. Alright. So, that's the start. We done our first street race and we done our first drift race on the series. So we're officially started. I think this would be a good place to end this first episode. We're getting a good background and getting started. So we're already looking forward to the next episode. Stay tuned for now. See you later. Bye bye.